In this video, you will learn about Profit and Loss tool by FeedbackWhiz, and this tool will help you to know your numbers in your Amazon business, to know what are your real costs, and what are your real profits. And FeedbackWhiz has been in the industry for a while. You can find the link below to them, and also if you would like to try and sign up with their service, you will find a coupon code below in the description, which will give you 50% off for the first month. And our guest in this video is Hansun Wu. He is the co-founder of this software, and also the session is hosted by LISETT LEES. She works with different Amazon brands. And finally, don't forget to subscribe below to the YouTube channel of Orange Klik. Click the notification bell as well, because here we talk with industry experts and software creators.
Hi Hansun, I hope you're doing well, and I'm happy to have you here today to talk about really interesting new tool you have. So before we go straight into that, could you please introduce yourself and tell us what you do in the Amazon space?
Hey everybody, thanks for having me on LISETT. My name is Hansun. I'm the co-founder and CEO of FeedbackWhiz. And basically what we do is we help sellers manage some of their Amazon related things like profits and emails, listing, product reviews, basically help you guys grow your Amazon business.
You recently added some new features to your tool as well, which you're gonna talk about today. So will you share your screen and we just go around and see what you have for us?
Yeah, so today I wanted to introduce to you guys our new Profit and Loss tool. We call it the Profits and Accounting tool. So this is a brand new tool within FeedbackWhiz, which allows sellers to manage all their Amazon expenses, fees, cost of goods, revenue, anything related with your profits, losses. And our goal here is to aggregate all your data from any marketplace. So if you're selling in, let's say, the EU marketplaces or the North America marketplaces, you have the ability to pull together all this data and information into one platform and analyze that information in a very easy way, where you can go in and pick and choose what kind of data points you want to view and compare them against either different products or different marketplaces. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of how this product works and how it can help you guys, not only identify trends, but help you guys save money and increase your revenue. So right now what we're looking at is the profits page dashboard. And this page here is basically aggregate of all the data from all your marketplaces. So you have the ability here to choose multiple marketplaces. So if you had all the EU marketplaces, you can easily just come here and click on add like UK with US, right? So add all the numbers together so you can see your entire Amazon business. And you also have the ability to change the currency on the fly. So if you're a European seller and maybe you're more accustomed to looking at numbers in Euro, you can change all the data into Euro. So this page here just gives you ability to change how you want to see the different times of the data. So you can set your default to 90 days, 30 days, however you like to view your information. And as you can see here, when you hover over things like Amazon fees or transactions, it gives you a better breakdown of some of these data points. Moving along to the next section here, this is the quick overview section. So this gives you more details within different categories like units sold, orders, sales, taxes, fees, refunds, things like that. So more in-depth details. Also gives you most refunded reasons. You can view these graphs of any of these metrics, and you can also export this data directly into a CSV file. The next section down here is called product labels. And this is a very unique section where what we do here is we give you the ability to map together any products of your choice or different ASINs. So for example, if you had if you're selling different categories like electronics or home or fashion, you can go into our products page, which I'll show you in a bit, and you can map together all the different ASINs that belong to, let's say, TVs or electronics and tablet. And through here, we'll gather your information together and add them up, and then you can compare how your products are performing by category, right? And you can change the date, you can look at different time frames, or different metric points, right? It doesn't have to be just units sold, but any of these you can compare against each other. So this is a really nice visual way to view data by categories. Our next section here is called Top Products, and this is pretty intuitive. So basically what we're doing here is just aggregating all the different products and giving you the ability to sort between best and worst sellers, either by units sold or total revenue. So you have the ability to look at each month to see which products are performing best, which ones are doing worst, and be able to identify and quickly spot any type of trends that are going on. So, and then of course, if you have labels, you can also filter by the labels itself, the label categories we just talked about. So moving along here, we have the expense manager. So what this page does here is it allows you to add business expenses. So any type of expenses for your business, such as travel, wages, it could be utilities, different types of storage fees. This will help you calculate, on your final profit and loss, all these different expenses, and you have the ability to import these as well. So if you have a CSV file from another software or your own spreadsheet, you can easily import these expenses directly in here. You can export it, and you can also add it directly manually. One of the nice things that we've allowed you guys to do here is you can either set a recurring expense or a fixed cost expense. Setting a recurring expense allows you to set a start and stop date of when these expenses occur. So, if you had rent that started, last year and it went up in the middle of the year, you can set those dates to get a more accurate perspective. The next section here is a COGS manager. So this is cost of goods manager. So these are expenses that are tied directly to your Amazon inventory costs or inventory products, right? So things like packaging or shipping costs, item costs, it's the same concept, import, export, and the ability to add the COGS directly by either by per unit or fixed costs. And you can also, again, set start and stop dates and tie it to specific ASINs or multiple ASINs, call a name, add the amount, and we will aggregate all this information for you by ASIN. So you can easily come in here and add your different cost of goods expenses. And then the final section here is called the report section. So what this section does is, again, it's an aggregate of all the data you have, and you can break it down by week, by day. So you can really see like each day how your product's performing. We have some of these really nice graphs here. You can further down the view. And again, all this data here is you have the ability to export it. So basically give you a tour of the profits overview. Now we're going to go into the detailed view of the profits page. So go to the product manager here, and you'll see we have a profits tab here. And this is the detailed view of all your financial data in the ASIN view, right? So in here, you'll see that whatever products I have displayed in this page, I have 10 products displayed. These cards will add up all the aggregate of these 10 products. So you have the ability to choose which products you want to view on this page by these filters here. So you can do by label, by ASIN, a lot of different choices you can do here. And these columns here are all customizable. So right now I have a view where it only shows you trends, but if I want to turn on direct sales data, taxes, orders, this is all, we have the ability to add all this information directly back into the columns here to view this information for each of your ASIN levels. And as you can see here, we have these profit trends, which give you a very quick overview to identify any trends, right? So you go in here, you can look at more details of the graphs, right? And these graphs are plottable against each other. So, if I want to look at how much promos I have versus, how many fees, you can plot it against each other, right? And if you have, more things such as PPC, then you have the ability to either plot it linearly or by percentage, right? And then there's also an option to show the previous period. So you can look at the Amazon fees in the same time frame last year, right? And compare it against each other. So, these graphs are very powerful. You have the ability to customize exactly what time frame you want to see and compare against each other. So there's a lot of options in here to allow you guys to view data. Going back to labels, so to add labels is very simple, right? So if I have, let's say, these 3 products, and I wanted to call these electronics, right? I can either click on all of them, or I can click on whatever, and I go to bulk labels here. And now I have the ability to, tag these products as electronics if I wanted to. So if I save these 3 products as electronics, I can either go in here and pull out all my electronics products and view all the data here, which aggregates here, or I can do it by ASIN level, or I can go back to the profits dashboard and pull up all the data from my electronics products. So yeah, that's kind of the quick overview of this tool. And as you guys can see, we added a lot of management type of features to help you guys really fine tune and see exactly which data you want.
Thank you so much for introducing your new tool. So what's the main reason or purpose you decided to develop this tool to your software?
The main reason really is that I think a lot of Amazon sellers really have a difficulty sometimes putting together all their different expenses and fees, right? I didn't show too much, but within this profits tool, we break down all the different types of Amazon fees that you can incur per product, right? And just gathering data together is difficult because, Amazon either displays all your data or you can only see data for one ASIN, right? So now we give you the flexibility to see all the data together and really break down exactly where all your expenses and costs and revenues are coming in. So it's a really accurate way to see exact profits.
So regarding to the expenses, is there a limit how many different types of expenses sellers can input to the software, or they can just write as many as they have, let's say photography, videography, copy, etc.?
Yeah, unlimited. There's as many rows as you want to add. You can add everything you want in here. So it's very simple to do. And like I said, it's easy to bulk import it too. So if you have a spreadsheet, you could download our template and you could just upload everything directly in.
And the same goes for the cost of goods as well. So you can just import through the spreadsheet or whatever, or wherever sellers have that information.
That's correct. Yes. So it's very easy to do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how often does the software update the data it has?
Most of the data in here updates 15 minutes, but some of the other data updates every 3 hours. So I would say every 3 hours or 8 times a day, the information gets updated.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And regarding to the labels you mentioned, that's really cool that you can put different labels to the products. Is there any limit, like how many different labels you could put to one ASIN?
So right now we give you the ability to do 5 different labels per ASIN. So, a product could be electronics, it could be Amazon, it can be, kids, right? There's sometimes one product can be 5 different categories. So I think we believe 5 is probably good enough for a product. Yeah.
So regarding to the tool, what's your favorite feature that you developed or that already sellers have said that it's a lot of help for them to run their business?
Yeah, I think my 2 favorite features are the labels that we talked about, and the other one is the ability to select specific marketplaces. So a lot of our European sellers that sell in all of the European countries, sometimes they want to see data compare like UK and Germany, UK and Italy, right? And that way it gives you ability to select exactly which marketplaces you want to compare against other marketplaces. So gives you great insight, right? So if you can see like toys and games in Europe and say UK versus toys and games in Germany, right? Like now you have a really nice comparison to compare between marketplaces within the labels as well. So.
Okay, that's really useful for the sellers, I think. So is this tool part of your other tools, or sellers can subscribe for this like separately, or how does it work?
Yeah, this is a separate add-on within our tool, and there's just 3 plans, and it's just based on your monthly orders. So you can check out our pricing page. It starts at $19 a month for if you have 3,000 or less orders. And I think if you exceed 6,000 orders, it's $100 a month, and anything in between 3,000 and 6,000, it's $50 a month.
Okay, cool. So if anybody has any questions regarding to the tool or other tools you offer, then what's the best way to reach out to you? And once more, could you explain all the different things you do to help Amazon sellers?
Yeah, so you can always just email us directly at support@feedbackwhiz.com. You can always check out our support site, support.feedbackwhiz.com. We have a blog site, YouTube channel, a lot of content and resources within there that you can find if you have any questions. But if you want a really quick answer, direct answer, yeah, just email us. We'll be happy to help you guys out.
Great, sounds good. So we wish all the best in your business.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on today.
I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and if you would like to try FeedbackWhiz, check the links below in the description. Also find the coupon code which will give you the 50% discount off your first month. And now I would like to invite you to watch other video with Hanson where he talks about email sequences and sending emails to Amazon product buyers.